All right, folks, here we are, 120 pounds in the South East region. And, we got the one seed Gavin Milligan. And, Glenn, it kind of jumps off the page at you. You look at it and, you think, how is Mason Ziegler not the one? Returning state medalist. He's 37-4. He's wrestled that tough schedule. He has a lot of great wins. And it kind of like, man, how does it happen? Now, being a 2 seed, not a big deal. Is it a huge thing? No, because I firmly believe, and no disrespect to anyone, I think Ziegler is the best guy in this bracket. As you can see there, I haven't picked to be our champ. But let's back up. Let's back up. Let's look. A few matches in that first round that could be a little interesting. As you look down the list of matches, the Gabe Broom Justin Myers match is probably the best match of the first round here.
That's why you left it out.
What's that? Oh man, I did. Holy smokes! This was a redo here.
Yeah, because just let everybody know here that Caden Sermonero from Upper Dublin comes in with I believe it was who dropped out. I forget now. I don't have my old one here either. Maybe I do actually.
I had the old one in the other tab.
Who was it that dropped out? But anyway, I do have Broom winning there. But that is a good one right there. But you're right. You look at this, the only thing you can say about it that, I agree with you when the ones and the twos are separated. But, Orlip is no easy out either. He's been wrestling great all season long. It seems like every time you look around, he's wrestling the best guy in the building. But you're right. This could be one where you could flip it the other way. So there will be discussion about that. I know there was some chatter about that on the forum, and some of these other guys that have the 37 and 4 type records against a 30 and a 6 record. But again, let's talk a little bit about the prestige and the caliber points. I mean, this is just one probably where the caliber points are catching up. But at the same time, how does a state place winner like that not be seated ahead? So this is one that we can definitely argue the seating a little bit. But let's talk about these matches once we get through the quarters, Joe.
So look at the quarters. That Kane Langle from Kennett has had a great freshman year. I don't think he can. He's not going to get it done against Gavin Sheridan. I apologize. The best quarterfinal match in this, one of the best quarterfinal matches in the whole tournament, Glenn. I put it in my ring. Is he at Cortez Holfelder? This is a rematch from the final at the West tournament last week in the final. And I'm gonna go with Cortez because we talked a little bit off camera. He's wrestling well now. He won that match before, and again, when we come down to it, he's been in a lot more scraps this year than Shane Holfelder. And I've been a big Shane Holfelder fan. The dude's got a motor. He can go. He gets after it. He's not afraid to hit the big move. Wrestled a lot in the off season. I believe went out to Fargo. He's not, he is seasoned. He's a senior. This is his last shot. He wants to get to Chocolate Town like everyone else. But I just think right now with the level that Cortez is wrestling at is just a little bit higher. Again, maybe Holfelder raises his game and kind of like you talked about in the intro, like who's going to step up, who's going to make that level change. He might be that guy, and we might see it there. But who knows? I know you talked a little bit. You have the bracket a little bit different. And come out
in the semifinals up top. I do. I have a real hot Carmen Cortez coming into this tournament. He definitely can turn it up a notch. He definitely has the experience. And I have a gut feeling on this one that Cortez is going to be able to get by Sheridan here with an upset in the semifinals. We saw him last week. We saw some big upsets last week in the District East. I'm not sure how many were up in the North, but the upsets are going to be there, Joe. It's not easy to pick these brackets, and this is one of those ones where I have a gut feeling that Cortez is going to dig deep. Westchester Henderson doesn't have the big star that they've had in the last couple of years. I mean, they got a couple guys here
They got a couple guys that can game that rise to the challenge, and
I think he may be one of them.
Yeah, well, I look at it this way. I look at Sheridan with the big upset, wrestling hot, beating Ortlip last week in the finals.
I know.
So that was my angle to this. He's going to defend that, being that number 1 seed, and make it to the finals. And again, he's wants to punch that ticket to Hershey the easy way by just making the finals, and then worrying about Ziegler there once he gets there. So.
Great.
I think, this is where this weight class, there's a lot of guys in this weight class I've liked to watch wrestle. Besides those top 4 that we see in the semis there, like I mentioned, Holfelder, Lengel, I'm excited to see wrestle in person. And then Jake Williams, senior guy from Plymouth White Marsh, has been around, the guy that just, has kind of been close to making that level change to get to, at the regional level that, maybe we'll see him make that true.
Yeah, when you drop down, because obviously he's going to cruise with Seminara. He's definitely going to have to wrestle back a long ways, but he's got a shot, to put himself in a position to get there. That's for sure.
So as we look here, I have
I have Ziegler win. I have Ziegler winning, by the way.
Okay, I think we need that. But I got Marion Nesbitt, Bernhard, Godshall from Upper Perk. Godshall's been impressive this year. Again, Upper Perk wrestling a tougher schedule. And they're doing good things, trying to restore the glory back that Upper Perk once had. And they're doing it. They're building. I've seen their middle school team last few years. And, they got Mike Ottinger in there as a middle school coach, former state champ from Parkland I believe teaches the middle school and is their head middle school coach. So they got pieces in place, and this Godshall kid is a program, product of their program. I think he's going to come in. I think it's good he comes here and he gets 1 win, but I think the senior Williams would be too much for him on that drop down. AJ,
can I back up one there for you? So a lot of people have not seen Dustin Marion wrestle. Gavin Sheridan does not have an easy out in his first prelim match. Dustin Marion is very explosive, and he can get into scrambles and score big points. He is very dangerous, and I have him winning there on Nesbitt. And I think that you can't dismiss this kid from Truman. So keep an eye on him. You can't miss him. He's got a nice hairdo, some long hair.
Bot is a kid from Rock South, and you might, I'm going to say it before you do, Glenn. We've said it before. They say it. Their home model made for March. Bot has only gotten better all year. I saw him wrestle back in December. I saw him wrestle again in early February, and then he's just consistently gotten better. And he gets a win in his first trip to regionals, and that's going to be big for him. And he got Justin Myers, Ethan Bean. 2 seniors going at it. I'm going to go with Myers from Phoenixville. Again, kid who's been here before, has the experience, but then he runs into Kane Langle. And I think Langle's going to be too much for him in that match. And then we start to get some great matches. We got, Jake Williams and Godshall. We got Broom and Nesbitt. I know you have Mary in there, but I like Broom to win, Williams to win, Holfelder and Langle. And then this Conci quarter round is going to be, all out wars to just get into those Conci semis. And I got Jake Williams winning, but then you're going to get Cortez in the drop down after losing. I know for you, it's going to be Dominic Sheridan, and then Holfelder beating Langle to get Ortlip. And I think Ortlip's going to be a little bit too seasoned for him. Again, Ortlip's been there before. This is going to be
no question.
Him. He's going to be I think he's going to be not going to be taken aback by the moment. Holfelder, again, you just don't know what you're going to get when he gets this deep into the tournament. I believe he's going to be there. I do believe Holfelder does get the win over Williams though in that 5-6 match and finally gets to Chocolate Town. And it's a credit that Sun Valley team had a nice group this year. Good, nice season. They're going to see this is going to be the first guy on their team on the weekend that's going to punch his ticket to Hershey.
Yeah, I agree. Holfelder is definitely in this top 5. He will get out some way, wherever it is. And Ortlip, I agree with you. He'll be fired up down there when he drops down. So that'll still be a good match, though. I mean, that'll be a good one. Unfortunately for Williams, I think, he'll stall out there, whether it's Cortez or Sheridan. So we have the same five, getting through, and that's probably, the best we're going to be able to do with some of these weight classes.
All right, folks. So stay tuned. We're going to go, our next video will be the 120 6-pound weight class.